Good morning, folks. Michael here with Breath Tap. Thanks for watching another video here and joining me this morning. We're doing some morning coffee, morning tapping. I'm gonna set this down. It's another beautiful spring-like day. It's actually nice, cool temperatures. It's like in the 60s right now. Sun's kind of coming up over here. I'm kind of in a shaded area, so I'm not blinded, but man, the birds are chirping. It's a beautiful day. Nothing bad going on right now. And if you ever find yourself overthinking, like, oh, worry, fear, doubt, blah, 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 like all that negativity stuff, just take a deep breath and look around. Nothing bad actually happening. Hear the birds chirping, the wind's blowing, the grass is green. These hazelnut bushes are blooming out. Big, beautiful Norway spruce full of life over here, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. So that's kind of the topic that we're going to work on today. Overthinking. We all do it. We're all guilty of it. Guilty as charged. The overthinking, a lot of times, is not in a positive sense either, right? If we just overthought on positivity, man, we'd be probably manifesting all sorts of great things. But for the most part, a lot of our overthinking stems from fear, worry, doubt, stress, things that are happening in our environment, work, finances, family, pets, right? It could be anything. So it's important for you to tune in to why you're overthinking or what patterns of thought you may have, right? Do you find yourself thinking the same negative thought patterns regularly? Well, let's tap on it. Hopefully this tapping session, excuse me, will help you come to the realization of what it is that you think about consistently. It's important to become aware of it. A lot of times it's subconscious. You might have thought patterns you're not even aware of. So let's see if we could start to identify this and unpack it, because we're all guilty of it. So we want to slow that overthinking down. Think about what it is we truly want, because what you think about, you bring about. So let's tap. All right, here we go. Just follow along. It's a little windy, so hopefully the tripod doesn't blow over. It's not very stable, but we'll just roll with it. Okay, here we go. Nice deep breath in. Let it go. Even though I've been thinking a lot. In fact, I've been overthinking. Overthinking all day, every day. Sometimes I don't even know I'm doing it. I choose to love, honor, and accept myself anyway. And even though my mind is just racing, and I can't even slow it down. It's like every time I realize that I'm thinking, I'm overthinking. And then I'm overthinking that I'm overthinking. What is going on? And you know what? I'm overthinking negative things. And I know that's not good, but I can't slow it down. But I do love, honor, and accept myself right now. And I accept my monkey mind for overthinking. I accept it and acknowledge it now. And even though my mind is racing like a freight train of negativity, headed to negative town, and I just don't want to do that anymore. I'd like to lasso my mind, bring it back into the present moment. And I do forgive myself and honor myself and love myself now. And my mind that just keeps overthinking every day. All right, top of the head. My mind is racing. My mind is racing, and I've been overthinking. Day in and day out, I overthink. And I might say, well, it's good to be thinking, right, Michael? Sure. We do amazing things with our thoughts. I know I can do and think and believe and create more of that which I desire. But is the overthinking I'm doing on a daily basis really aligned with what I want? Not usually. So if I'm spending a large portion of my day overthinking, worrying about the future, worrying about what happened in the past, fearful of what will happen, overthinking all of it, then won't I bring more of that which I don't desire? It's a good possibility. All this overthinking is going to manifest in some way. All of this overthinking is negative. The more I do it, the more I align with that which I do not desire. What I think about, I bring about. I know this to be true. What I think about, I bring about. And I know this to be true. If I think about what I don't want, I get more of what I don't want. When I overthink and prepare for something bad that might happen in the future, there's a good chance it's going to happen. If not that specific thing, something negative is going to happen that aligns with that energy. We know our thoughts are energy, and they impact this existence that we find ourselves in. Knowing that my thoughts impact this existence I find myself in, and that my thoughts are so powerful they can align me with more of that which I desire, then why do I choose to constantly and excessively overthink all of the negative things that I don't want, that I'm afraid of, maybe that I've experienced in the past, I don't want it to happen in the future? All this overthinking, it's so frustrating. All this overthinking is so frustrating. It's exhausting, physically, mentally, emotionally. The more I overthink, the more time goes by, and the more I align with what I don't want. Maybe it's time for me to stop all of this excessive overthinking, releasing the stress, the anxiety, the fear, the worry, the doubt, all of these negative aspects tied to my overthinking. It's time to let it go. I am choosing to release any and all desires of overthinking now. I choose to focus on more of that which I desire right now. I choose to align with more and more of that which I desire right now. I choose to call upon my higher self to help guide me towards better thinking thoughts. I choose to call upon my higher self to be with me here right now, to help guide me towards better, more positive thinking thoughts, aligning me with more of what I want. I can choose to think anything I want, right here, right now. And I also choose to remember that right here, right now is all that I got. The present moment is the only true moment I have to make a difference, a change in the way I think. Overthinking is anchored in the past, in the future. Worried about what will happen, ruminating on what already happened. But it's here right now in the present moment that I have a superpower to think the thoughts that I want to think. Think them enough where I start to believe them. And when I start to believe these positive, beautiful, amazing thoughts, then it is then that I'll realize more of that which I desire. And it all happens right here, right now, in this beautiful, ever-present moment. So from this point forward, I choose to become more aware of my moment-by-moment thinking. I choose to micromanage my thoughts. And anytime I find myself in that negative, ruminating, worrisome thought pattern, I choose to shift to the opposite of that. I choose to shift to focusing and thinking on more of that which I desire. And realizing that it is just that simple, and that only repetition will truly make it more powerful, then I'm pretty happy to know this. That all I got to do is think these beautiful, amazing, wonderful thoughts, even if I don't believe them yet. But think them consistently and long enough to believe them. Besides, I'm going to be thinking anyway. And if I don't harness the power of my mind and my desires, then my brain might just take me down that negative path to overthinking once again. And so, yes, it might be a battle, and I realize that now. But I know how beautiful it is if I establish positive thought patterns. And I overthink those. Imagine overthinking love. I can do that. I can imagine overthinking positivity, joy, bliss, grace, gratitude. I choose to overthink those things. I choose to release this negative overthinking pattern that has been ingrained in my mind for so long. I choose to release it now from my neural network. I choose to release it now from every cell in my body, every fiber of my being. And I choose to instill pure positive energy. I call upon my higher self to be here with me now, to guide me and help me become aware of when I'm going down that negative overthinking path once again. In body, mind, heart, and spirit. Deep breath in. Just let it go. Just realize that it's so simple. Write down what you want. Write down what you're grateful for. Overthink those things. And every time you find yourself going down that negative thought pattern, stop yourself. Tap. Even if it's only a minute of tapping, just tap. Reinstill the thought patterns you want. What you want to experience. What you want to desire. Put it in there until you believe it. If you think it enough, you'll start to believe it. When you start to believe it, magic happens. All right, folks. Hope you liked it. See you on the next one.